36, we're going to be singing a melody written by Cantor Sam Asher, Zichrona Livracha, beloved congregant who passed away in December. But first, Sharon Kalis will share a few words about Sam.
I first met Sam early last year at Minyan. One Tuesday morning, Sam, with his booming voice, was accompanied by family for his wife's yard site. While greeting him, I learned about his cantorial background, his transition from Rochester, and his jovial personality. A few of us let congregational leaders know about him so he could be received and welcomed warmly on Shabbat. Sam attended various services when he was in town and when he was feeling well enough to participate. One did not need to see Sam to know he was there. His distinctive voice could be heard from every corner of the sanctuary. I once asked if he could slightly curb his vocal enthusiasm so that I could maintain my focus while leading Minyan. He laughed, but obliged. When cancer treatments failed and Sam began hospice, I increased my calls, my texts, visits, and provided updates to Emunah community about his condition and needs. Only once did I express my sorrow about his illness because he stopped me abruptly and stated that he was done with negativity and self-pity. He wanted to live what remained of his life with a renewed joie de vivre. He invited my husband Joe and me to brunch at his complex in Waltham, where we met his children, spouses, and sweet grandchildren. Our friendship was all about song, laughter, and eating from then on. During one visit, Annette Corin and I discussed the amazing Emunah community that wanted to visit, call, help with Dr. Ride's groceries and cooking as needed. He was overwhelmed with the generous outpouring of community and pastoral support, saying that it was one of his greatest joys to have joined Emunah. A synagogue buddy or Joe came with me each visit, and we brought homemade decadent desserts that he craved with emphasis on vanilla custard. We ate and sang, and he graciously allowed me to record our music. His vocal interests and talents ran a wide gamut, including his own compositions and different music genres across the decades. He regaled us with a song written to his wife and his favorite funny composition, I'll Be Your DNR, written for a dying friend. 4 days before he died, Donna Joftis and I visited and met his wonderful sisters from Las Vegas. They delighted in knowing that Sam had such a loving community. To keep up his spirits, I introduced him to John Denver's burial song, Forest Lawn, which drew appreciative laughter. Though his health was visibly failing, his eyes twinkled, and he instinctively grabbed his guitar to belt out a stanza of what was most likely one of his last songs, It's So Easy to Fall in Love. Sam left behind a remarkable legacy of family, music, friends, accomplishment, as well as a large void. One day he was this big, joyful, boisterous, unapologetic whirlwind that drew many into his embrace, and seemingly the next, we were left with a quiet that made me wonder if I had imagined him. But no. In addition to the beautiful, raw recordings of our harmony and disharmony, his online recordings, and my new knowledge that cooking vanilla custard is not so difficult, he left us with several life lessons, including make peace with your family and friends, live life to the fullest while you can, help others along the way to celebrate with you by sharing your joy, and make your own music and sing, even if it is just one verse. May Sam Asher's memory, as well as the music that he left behind in our hearts and on the internet, always be a blessing.
Thank you, Sharon. We'll rise for Psalm 136 on page 132.
Hodu l'Adonai ki tov, ki le'olam chasdod. Hodu l'Elohei ha'Elohim, ki le'olam chasdod. Hodu l'Adonai ha'Adonim, ki le'olam chasdod. Ve'oseh niflaot gedolot levado, ki le'olam chasdod. Ve'oseh hashamayim b'tefuna, ki le'olam chasdod. Le'roka haaretz al ha'mayim, ki le'olam chasdod. Ve'oseh orim gedolim, ki le'olam chasdod. Et hashemesh lemamshelet b'hayom, ki le'olam chasdod. Et hayareach v'chochavim lememshelot b'layla, ki le'olam chasdod. V'makei Mitzrayim b'v'chorehem, ki le'olam chasdod. V'yotzei Yisrael mitocham, ki le'olam chasdod. V'yanach chazaka u'v'zroa netuya, ki le'olam chasdod. Le'gozer yam suf ligzarim, ki le'olam chasdod. Ve'hever Yisrael b'tocho, ki le'olam chasdod. V'neir paro v'chelo v'yam suf, ki le'olam chasdod. Le'molichamo b'midbar, ki le'olam chasdod. Le'makei melachim gedolim, ki le'olam chasdod. V'yarog melachim adirim, ki le'olam chasdod. L'sichon melech ha'emori, ki le'olam chasdod. Ule'og melech ha'bashan, ki le'olam chasdod. V'natan artzam le'nachala, ki le'olam chasdod. Nachala le'Yisrael avedo, ki le'olam
chasdod.
Shebeshifleinu zachar lanu, ki le'olam chasdod. Vayiprekeinu mitzareinu, ki le'olam chasdod. Noten lechem lechol basar, ki le'olam chasdod. Hodu le'el hashamayim, ki le'olam chasdod.
Please be seated. We continue with